Hi, this is Maya. This lesson uses a head template, so you don't have to draw the head. To download this template, check the description below for a link. In this lesson, we'll be learning how to draw some anime boy hair. So, the first thing I always start with is the bangs. This is because the bangs usually overlap the other parts of the face or hair, and we want to make sure that we don't have to cross our lines. So we just go ahead and block those out first. And this guy is going to have kind of this floppy bang, and you can see how we have, it's actually called the heart part, because it is shaped like a heart, and you'll see that once we fill in the hairline, it really does look like a heart. So we're going to start filling in the rest of the hair, and his hair is going to be kind of longer. Maybe he's more of a bad boy or something. We'll give him lots of loose strands down here by his chin, and especially up here in his hairline. When you're drawing hair, it's very important to have a designated the beginning location for all your heroes. It just kind of looks unnatural almost. So in this case, that hairline is going to go straight across there and really designate that upper left part. You can really see how it's starting to look like a heart. So, believe it or not, that's pretty much our basic outline for the hair. And now we can take our pen and start filling in some of those lines. Just like how we started with the pencil on the bangs, we're going to start with the pen on the bangs too. Just going to carefully fill in those beginning strands. You can see how they're pretty thick pieces of hair, and then kind of narrow down into more individual strands the further it goes. It's already starting to look really good. We're going to draw some longer strands, make sure it looks connected. Bring some down over the ears a little bit. Fill in more of the hair, especially on the hair part. Doing just long, loose strands to make it look really flowing and natural. Come to think of it, this could be a boy or a girl depending on the type of eyes that you want to draw. What I actually just noticed is that the left side of the bangs is much lower than the right side, but you know what, it's hair, so if yours looks that way too, don't worry about it. Real hair isn't perfect, so there's no way cartoon hair should be perfect either. Now we're just going to take our pen and fill in the jawline and the shoulders. And because this is a guy, we're going to give him pretty broadish shoulders. If you want to make your shoulders even broader too, that'd be fine. Now we're going to fill in this hairline, and as you can see, I'm actually not doing a straight across line. I'm kind of doing some lines that kind of suggest the hair being pulled away from the scalp, just like that. And now we are ready to erase. Depending on what kind of pen you're using, make sure to give the lines enough time to dry so that you don't end up smearing them if they're still wet. And now we're going to add in just a few details. Just to come in a little bit and connect some of the lines I didn't connect before. and we are ready to sign our name. And now the anime boy hair is complete. Thanks for watching this video. You can check out our other videos on the How to Draw and Paint channel. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hi, this is Maya. This lesson uses a head template, so you don't have to draw the head. To download this template, check the description below for a link. In this lesson, we're going to learn a little bit about how to draw female hair. So what I'm going to start out with is the bangs. And to do those, you just want to do them very loose and kind of carefree. They go all the way across the forehead. What I'm drawing here are just some strands that come in front of the ear and down across the shoulder. What you need to remember about drawing hair is that you need to draw the pieces first that are going to overlap the other pieces of hair. So when we actually go in for inking, that'll be really important. But for sketching right now, don't worry about that too much. Go ahead and block in some of the hair that's going to be in around the shoulders. And you can see that the part is kind of off center. Even though she has bangs, she does still have a part in her hair. Everyone does. So that's what we're kind of creating there. Kind of sketching in some individual strands down the shoulder. And some more up here in the hair. And there we have our basic outline for the hair. You can add a couple more strands down in front of the ears. The trick to this is just to be really loose with your pencil and just kind of just go with whatever you feel looks best. Here I'm just adding a little bit of an eye so that you can kind of see where the proportions will be. We'll end up erasing these eyes later, but I just wanted to show you a little bit of, see how the bangs come right down to the eyes. That's a very popular style in manga and anime. So you can see that that is a pretty simple way to draw hair. What we're going to do now is start inking. So like I talked about, we want to do the strands that overlap first. So we're going to add in a couple of the strands that really make up the part, the top of the head. And we're just going to go around carefully. And here I decided I wanted to use a thicker marker. So I'm just going to continue with that hair going down. We want to make this hair look kind of naturally curved. Anime characters generally have bigger hair than human beings, but you still want to pay attention to how much volume exactly you're adding to the head. And we can start on the bangs. And it's really good to make all of the bangs kind of different lengths, and you can see how that adds just some variety and some imperfection to the drawing instead of just, straight across bangs, because nobody really has those. And what's important to remember about drawing hair is that every strand has a part where it connects to the head. In this case, it's going to be that top leftish part, and we'll make every strand really originate from that area. You can already see how the bangs are starting to, they all kind of fall from that place. Adding a couple hairs down on the shoulders. And what's nice about this template is because it's not black all the way, it's gray. So if you wanted to go back and color it, you could color the hair and you wouldn't even see the template through the hair. Continue inking. This is the part where it kind of gets difficult, and it's always a temptation for me to be kind of lazy and just not worry about connecting the strands, but you really want to create that flowing illusion. So as best you can, try to create each individual strand. And here we just keep adding more strands. And you can see how moving along the backside we can add more layers. And finally the shoulder. We've got that portion mostly done. Now we can move over and do the same thing to the other side. Making sure we have plenty of overlapping strands. Adding a couple of lines in the back to make it look a little more full. You can just see how the really simple things I'm doing and how much of a difference it's making, just creating that illusion of a thick, full head of hair. And we are almost done. Just coming in and putting in a few more bangs. Putting in the ear. And I'm just going to sketch out the jawline a little bit because it's in that light gray. It'll pop more if I go over it in this black. Same with the collarbone. What we're going to do now is erase all of those pencil lines. When we're done erasing, we'll have a template ready for, you can either add a nose and eye and mouth, or you can decide to color the hair, anything that you want to do. So there you have long anime girl hair. Thanks for watching this video. You can check out all our other videos on the